How's it going, everybody? My name is Ryan Reyes, otherwise known as Sector 7. Welcome to my channel, Sector 7 Music. I'm a video game composer and sound designer. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to write a track inspired by the Alice franchise, the American McGee Alice franchise. American McGee, famous game developer over at Mysterious Studios, his studios, created 3 games, 2 games which came out, and the third game was a potential game that EA just very recently gave the axe to, and unfortunately it is a project that is non-existent anymore. There is still a glimmer of hope that it can still be something. Unfortunately, EA, it's just not in their interest. American McGee, he did come out with Alice Madness Returns, and this third one is called Alice Asylum. So today what we're going to do is we're going to write music inspired by Alice Asylum. I'm actually coming out with a video in 2 parts explaining Alice Asylum. The people over at Mysterious Studios created an entire Alice Asylum Bible. What this is an entire page-by-page blueprint of characters, lore, stages, levels, enemies, bosses, you name it. It has everything the third game was supposed to have. This Bible has it. You could download it for free. I'll provide a link down below. So please, I definitely encourage you to go and check that out. The more we talk about it, the more steam it's going to get rolling. Maybe EA might pick this up again, or somebody else. Either way, let's write some music today inspired by that one. We got some tracks going and a couple of other really cool things that I think would be really good in the third installment. All right, guys, so here's what I got going on. I opened up my Logic session and kind of put together a palette that I think would fit an Alice game, and also some new things to go into the new game, Alice Asylum. Every time you have another sequel, you always want to do something different. And so, seeing how this is the third installment, in fact, I have a picture right over here. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. Very evil, ominous, and there's a lot to tell from this one piece of artwork right over here. When it comes down to it, you kind of want to get the vibe that, add a little bit more. It's still going to have that Alice feel, that Alice vibe that composer Chris Vrenna and amongst a lot of other notable composers have brought to the table. I think that when you do another installment, you want to kind of add some things. You want to push new things and do it differently. This is the cover of the Game Design Bible. You can see the logo right over here, Alice Asylum. Alice right here in the middle, looking scared. Yet, to me, she looks determined to beat the evil that is haunting her. That is terrifying tentacles. Look at this all around. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is some preem artwork that you got going on here. So let's see what I got going on over here. We have the New York Concert Grand. This one has some really it has some really good sounds in this one, specifically the lower registers. And I want a lot of this. Some tubular bells. I used to have a library that had some really good tube bells. However, I'm using Sampler right now, and they're pretty good. I actually really like these, especially the register that we're going to go into. I think that sounds beautiful. And over here, we have Kinetic Toys by Contact Library, Contact 7. This is something that's definitely going to go into the background, something that I think would really fit on a Alice track. Specifically, this sound right over here. I thought this would add some really good flavor, some good candy to this track. Other than that, let's keep going down. I also have over here by Spitfire Audio, I have Music Box from their Labs library. Moving on, we have some BBC Orchestra. We have some violin. Beautiful, beautiful samples from Spitfire Audio. And over here, we got some viola. Perfect. Okay. And then down below, we got some celli. And then to pretty much double on that, we have some double bass. And that is all by Spitfire Audio. Ooh, I love it. All right, and then over here we got Evil Strings that I labeled, again by Spitfire Audio. This is amplified cello quartet. So this sounds kind of evil, ominous. So that's going to be really good background fodder, which is going to be nice. And over here we have Scary Strings. These guys are more of a sustain to kind of give a little bit more filler in the background, but a lot of tension. That's going to be really fun. That's going to be good. Now, this is just an idea, but I do have some really big drones by Originals, cinematic percussion by Spitfire Audio again. So I was thinking, if the track does get intense, this can definitely bring some intensity to it. Ooh, yeah, that's going to sound really nice. And then the last tracks that I have here are these two audio tracks that I have going. They are drones. And what I like to do with these is, in horror music that I write, I like to put these in the background and add an extra layer of ominous sound so that you mostly feel it. You know it's there, but you don't really hear it. You can't really make it out. I like to have that deep in the background. Sometimes I'll treat it, I'll reverse it, I'll put some reverb on it. I'll do different things, manipulate it to the point of it doesn't sound the same. But basically, this is a motor that I got from a broken freezer. So check this out. If you can hear that. That right there. And then this one. This is a second motor that I found. You can hear how the motor is just struggling to get going. So I love putting these in the background in a separate layer so that you know something is there, but at the same time, you don't know exactly what you're hearing. All right, guys, so let's get going. All right, so up here on the track, it is at 100 BPMs. The tempo is going to be a bit slow, but not too slow, not too fast. You don't want it to be a dance track or anything at 120 something BPMs. You definitely want it to be a nice pace. Over here, we have the time signature at 3/4, because in my head, I kind of hear a waltz. I kind of also hear a 4/4, but let's see where we get into that. And then I have it in the key of C minor. All right, guys, let's start off with some strings, shall we? Actually, here's what we can do. Let's group these guys just real quick. I always like to group my tracks just so I can keep it more organized. I can always ungroup them, but I like to start off with a real good solid foundation group. And then we'll just label these strings. I'm going to leave these strings out. These guys are going to go in their own category. I kind of see these as background layering, so not necessarily more or less on the foreground of everything. These guys are more textural than anything else. Here's what we're going to do. I kind of want my music box to be my main melody in this one. When you hear a lot of Alice music, the music box represents this sort of melodic, almost juxtaposed against something ominous. Strings that are really in low register or something that is very evil. And the music box kind of represents something that is a little bit more innocent, a little bit more uncorrupted, as you can say. And so what I'm going to do is kind of use this as my main anchor, as my main melody. So since it's in C minor, I always tend to start with my root note, just so you can get familiar with the key that I'm in. Does that fit within the 3? I kind of like that. Oops, I slipped. Let's do it again. Yeah, let's do it again. 2, 3. All right, let's see what we can get into from here. Some of them are pretty severely off time. Let's do it again, actually. Yeah, just a little bit better. Maybe a little towards the end. I kind of rushed it a little bit. Let's just move that just a little bit more. Okay, cool. And my anchor notes, those anchor notes are still hitting that C. There you go. Ooh, I kind of like that. I don't know why my mouse is not working. I have a button on my mouse that when you press this one here, it actually takes everything back, almost like a Command Z or a Control Z, but for some reason it's not working. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, so, real quick note. Actually, if you go to File, and I say this every time I showcase some sort of music or anything, anytime I write music, I want to always tell you about this because this always messes me up. If you have problems previewing a sound or some sort of MIDI region and you have to go all the way back to the beginning of it, there's actually a function where you can start in the middle of the note and it will be, it would include it. So here's how you do that. You go to Project Settings, you go to Audio, you actually go to MIDI, sorry. So you go to Project Settings, you go to MIDI, you go to Chase, and you make sure your notes are on. Turn those guys on, and it will actually play in the middle of any MIDI region. Isn't that cool? This picture kind of... So it makes me feel like Alice in the middle just kind of feels very, this music box. This represents kind of her. But at the same time, we also have these very ominous tentacles. And it kind of reminds me of something from Davy Jones's Locker, something real deep and dark within. And so that's kind of where I want this double bass. And I want this double bass to be really low. Right there. I love that. Kind of like that. Let's play around with that. Ooh, I like that. Let's do just a little view. I'm not the best bass player. This bass player is not the best bass player. This bass player is usually late on every measure. Now it feels like there's too much going over here. Let's take this guy over here just in case. I want this over here. There we go. All right, that actually makes a little bit more sense, and I kind of feel a little bit better about it. Let's continue on with this over here, this pattern, and maybe we can do another melody, a second part melody here. I want to end on that C. What do I end on? Okay, so I end on that G, which it actually would be easier to end up ending on that G. So what I could do is take this here. This, why don't we do a 2 to this note. I don't like that note. You know what? Maybe I could do it like this. Let's see. Kind of like that, at least for now, and then let's continue moving on. So at least we're getting a really good idea going right now. Ooh, I just thought of this. Ooh, no. We need something dark in here. Let's actually double these up this time. And then let's start it on the 9th. It doesn't necessarily mean this is exactly what it's going to be, but let's keep going. Ooh, I kind of like that. Kind of like that too. I don't want it to be too, nothing like that. But I definitely want it to give the sense of tension for sure. Let's go down to some viola. this now. Okay, so I took this knob all the way down. I don't know specifically what these are. You kind of just have to guess. I mean, that's how I've always done it. So I took this one all the way down, and now we have that. And so to me, that sounds a little bit more like creaking wood, almost like, you know, this is giving me, again, Davy Jones's Locker, sort of real deep register boat and wood creaking sort of sounds. And if we did that... So I don't want anything to be too big in this one, at least right now, at least for the intro that we have going on. I want something to be just a little bit isolated. Let's move this guy down just a little bit more. Let's actually move him. Kind of like this. Let me see. Oh, I kind of like that. You don't have to go that hard on that though. I wonder if we can get this music box melody and double this up with the violin. Only this way. Let's take these out just a little bit. Actually put a note in the scale this time. Let's double up the viola with the cello and the double bass, but this time let's kind of move you up. In here. You know what? Let's follow this music box in this second one. So this music box ends on that C. So why don't we end on that C together? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. We went 2-1. Oh no, that is 7-1. What am I talking about? I like that. It adds a little contrast to it. maybe we can go into another part with some drums. So I wonder if this right here is probably where we go 4/4. Yeah, let's add a little bit of contrast in there. There we go. Let's take out this thing. Those a little bit more. These guys come in late. These guys come in pretty early. I like those high ones that are in there. And again, these are just ideas. I might work on this track a little bit later. There we go. Let's work off of something with this texture right here. Let's see this little pattern, see what's going on. And let's double you up with violin. Let's move this up a little bit more. So and let's put some more bell in there. Let's do, what did we do here? We did that C, so yeah. Let's do this. I actually want it here. I want that bell here. But I want to double it up. Let's see. That might be too low. Let's double up with this fifth. That might actually work. Let's try it. So there's a part in Alice where she's fighting. Her battle theme, one of her battle themes, is her fighting, and you hear these pulsating drums with some strings in the background, very staccato strings, and it just gives it a specific vibe, and it's really nice. It's really, really cool. We're not going to definitely do something like that, but, you know, we're going to definitely go there. I kind of want to add one of these guys in, maybe right here, and slowly bring it in. Cue, actually. Boom. And then let's lower him to a count. Actually, you know what we could do is this. Let's take him down a little bit. So let's do -3. And of course, all these are going to be panned specifically. Yeah, we'll do that later. Ooh. I wonder if I can just push that all the way through. And this is just purely textile. Let's do it. Ooh, how about if we add some of that towards the end where the violins, you know, I kind of like the, yeah, I like that towards the end. That's like, it's sounding pretty good. Okay, let's see how it sounds. Now, this is just all ideal when I can work on that. What am I trying to say? So this is just all idea. And so, you know, this is going to give me a nice foundation to go back to the drawing board and say, oh, okay, let's do this here, you know, when I have some more time. But, you know, it's a really good foundation as to the start of an idea. All right, let's go. Let's do it without this guy buzzing in our ear. Cool. All right. Well, at least we got something down. I'm definitely going to keep on working on this. And my idea for this song or this track, once it's done, is the background music for the 2 videos that I'm coming out with on Alice Asylum Design Bible. So please stay tuned for that. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Definitely leave a comment so we can get that algorithm going. As well as, I hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. My name is Ryan Reyes, otherwise known as Sector 7. Until next time.